Hey everyone, this week we're going to build on clauses and phrases with simple sentences. Now, something to note about simple sentences is our goal is to understand what makes a sentence simple and how to identify its parts. And some of this is going to look similar to clauses and phrases because a simple sentence is simply just an independent clause. So a sentence that has, right, a subject, a predicate, and it expresses one complete thought. This means we're doing one thing. If you start doing something else, it's no longer a simple sentence. It could still be a sentence, but it's no longer a simple sentence. Yes, I still want you to type out person, place, thing, or idea. The biggest things I want you to take away from our parts of speech are subjects and verbs. I'd like you to know all of them, but you definitely need to know subjects and verbs for the things that we are doing. And then, sorry, not subjects and verbs, and nouns and verbs, right? So a subject is who, and a subject is just a noun. So who or what is doing the action. All right. Now, a simple predicate, this is the action or what is happening in the sentence. It's what the subject is doing in the sentence. Now, the pro tip is a similar pro tip to last time because it's the same idea. But we want to find the action word first. Now, some of you, I noticed with your practices last week, were actually finding the subject first. And if that works for you, feel free. No one is going to stop you if that's what works for you. The thing about finding the action word first is there's usually just one main verb or one verb in a sentence sometimes. Like, for example, we come to this next one here. The science lab smells like eggs during experiments. Okay, so in this sentence, experiments is a noun, eggs is a noun, lab, science are nouns. Science lab is the main noun, but science lab here is a noun. Smells is your only verb. Please put a box around science lab and underline smells. My headphones stopped working. Right, stopped working is together. I know it's two verbs, but it's at least together. And then my best friend's team won the championship game. Well, game again is a noun. Team again is a noun. Friend again can be a noun, right? Best friend's team should have a box around it, and then one should be underlined. So it's just, to me, easier to find the verb first, but to each their own. If you like doing it the other way, do it the other way. So now I would like you here to answer these five, same way we just did these five. Put a box around them and then underline them. And then I will go over those when you get your notes checked to see if you got them correct. Now, you are just boxing around the subject and underlining the predicate, the simple predicate, not the whole predicate. A sentence that makes sense all by itself is known as an independent clause, right? So you can read it and understand the whole idea without needing more words. Here is the key, though. What you need to walk away from is knowing whether or not there's more than one thought in a sentence. And we do that with compound and complex sentences, which some of you learned last week. But does it make sense on its own? Okay. Can I read it and not be left hanging? So, example, should be the same example as last week. I'm sorry for that, but it's the same thing. So, a complete thought would be the bus arrived late. An incomplete thought would be because the bus arrived late. Because makes it incomplete. Because is a subordinating conjunction, which there are a lot of, and I know it's not easy to remember them all, but you can see because the bus arrived late, what happened? What happened because the bus arrived late? Were you late to class? Did you not get to hang out with your friends in the morning? Did you have to get your parents to drop you off? What have you? So in this next section, you're just going to write yes or no. Is it complete or is it not? Same thing. I'm going to check it when you bring me your notes to check. Now, here's the kicker. Every single one of these is a complete sentence. None of them are phrases. They are all complete sentences. However, some have more than one thought. So I just want you practicing seeing, is more than one thing happening in these sentences? And then finally, we're going to end here on compound subjects and compound predicates. And this is kind of tricky, but it's just when a sentence has two or more subjects, and it can do this. And we join these two or more subjects using a conjunction. So they share the same predicate. So in this one, the dog and the cat both chase the squirrel. See, again, if you find this verb first, you can look onto the other side and see what's going on. And you see there's two animals chasing this squirrel, right? If in front of this and I said the dog cleaned itself and the cat chased the squirrel, now you'll notice I have this verb, but I also have this verb. So if you found this verb first, you'll notice that the cat has nothing to do with it, and you would have done this part. And then you'll notice the and, but then we have another complete thought. You'll notice there's another subject and another verb. All you need for complete thought is a subject and a verb. So just keep those things in mind. If we're going to keep this just like this, the dog and the cat chase the squirrel. Now, second way, compound predicate. This is when a sentence has, this is one sentence, one simple sentence, non-independent. I mean a compound sentence or complex sentence, but it has two or more predicates that share the same subject. They have to share the same subject for it to be compound predicate. So Zion slammed her locker shut and sighed. Notice here she did two different things. It's joined by this conjunction and, but she did two things. She slammed her locker and sighed. This whole thing is your compound predicate. You would be perfectly fine if you got rid of this and it just said Zion sighed. That's a complete thought. Same thing if I went the other way. I just wanted to show you how short it could be. Okay, so that's it for your simple sentences notes. Please glue these in your notebook. Also remember noticing that I'm trying to make our grammar notes fill in the blank and very obvious. Morphology, we cut out things, and then our Cornell notes are saved for our main skills, our reading skills. Okay, there should be a practice after this. The practice looks like this. Please get it from me and complete it today. Okay, thank you all for watching. Bye, everybody.